Last week, we ended the trading week at a very low point in the account at $488.77. So it was a tough one. If you've been watching the series, you would already know that. Now, this week, I do want to be transparent with you guys. We did add $2,040 to the trading account, and we did make a win of $49.80 on the week, which makes our account now at $2,578.57. So a really nice win to put under our belt after this week. After this week, I really have solidified in my mind how important mental capital is. And that's why it was such a big focus for me to build that up. And I've really noticed how much of a difference it's made just in myself, how I feel when it comes to trading and all the rest of it. And I can really see why they say being a trader is so heavily on the mental side of things, and it's strategically doing things to help you build that psychology back up and that confidence back up in your trading. My journaling this week was my lifesaver, because as I came to some of the days in this week, I really broke down, and journaling was a way for me to channel that energy. And instead of feeling helpless, I was able to actually see where I could improve. I could see that there was room to improve. It wasn't just that I just cannot trade and all those things you think when you're feeling helpless and sorry for yourself. Journaling always points out the things that I'm doing wrong or that I can improve on, and it really gives me hope when I get back to the chart the next day. And I cannot express how important it is and how much I recommend it to you guys. I understand it can be quite a daunting task and it's quite time consuming, so that's why I do recommend using TradeZella. If you are interested in trying it out, have a look at the videos that I do on it every single time I upload a video. But if you do really want to try it out for yourself, links down below. Use the code NOVICE10 to get 10% off your first year. All right, so let's jump into the charts. I'm going to do a quick blitz through on day by day, how we felt, what was happening there, and then we'll go through some of the trades that I think will really help you guys grow as they did me when it came to analyzing the trades. So let's pop in Monday. How did we go? So I mentioned my energy levels were okay. My mental capital was better than last week. I tried my best to take my time when taking trades during this session. In hindsight, when I do not have an untouched higher time frame 50% to target, my bias is mixed and it can be a negative thing. So I noticed that when I didn't have a fresh 50% zone, I was kind of confused with my strategy, and it caused me to get confused with my directional bias, and it was a bit of a mess, right? Now, I noticed from this session that if that happens, I just need to look to see if there was a most recent 50% time frame essentially area that has acted as support to allow me to understand my directional bias. So this was really good for this day, and that's something that I did learn there. Now, Tuesday, during the session, I felt patient for most of my trades. Energy levels were okay, and mental capital was also okay. After the session, as I reflect, I really broke down after the trade because it went in my way. Then the sharp move down didn't seem valid from tape or volume, so I kept my stop in a loss, only to be tapped out and then the trade to go all the way to TP. This was frustrating for me because after such a big string of losses for multiple reasons. I put so much time in my trading at the moment and I feel no growth and a lot of struggle for so many reasons. I feel myself fix an issue only for something else to get in the way. As you can tell, I was feeling absolutely sorry for myself after Tuesday, and I was absolutely crashing out after the session, might I add. You did not want to be my partner after this trading session. And I just want to actually take the time to appreciate you guys out there that are commenting, that are being so sweet on the channel. You guys have no idea how much you mean to me and how much you impact me. And most of you guys out there are very, very kind to me. And there was one comment that I actually read right before my Wednesday session that really, really impacted. I truly think it impacted the whole trading session, and I truly feel like that's what gave me hope, because I read it right before the trading session, and this one person who really had faith that I was going to become this profitable trader, and his kind comment really boosted my self-confidence when I came to the chart on Wednesday. So I just want to take this moment to thank you guys out there. Thank you for joining me, and I really just appreciate you guys watching and joining and commenting and connecting with me, and it's just amazing. You know, I've got a supportive partner and you've got your family, but they don't know trading. Like, you guys know trading. So to hear those things from you guys, from people who are actually interested in the craft, just makes the world of a difference. So I just really want to say thank you for watching and joining in. All right, so Wednesday, as we just discussed, it's a very good day. Again, that comment obviously did some good there. My mental capital was okay after the previous 2 days. My energy levels were good. I want to mention price was very clear as well in this session, and much better volume. I made sure to consider volume a lot through this trading session when considering trades. So something I want to mention, guys, that I've been noticing is I normally just focus on the volume on the 2-minute chart when I'm entering, but I'm starting to notice if I focus on both volume on the 5-minute and the 2-minute, it really helps me guide my trades better and more accurately. And I should actually already know this because I learned this from volume price analysis from Anna Cooling. The way she describes it is when you're driving a car and you have a reverse mirror and you have your side mirrors, you're using all of them to kind of give you an idea of where you're at and where you need to be, right? And I've been really doing that with the volume, and it's helped tremendously, which we will get into in a moment. So Thursday, energy levels and mental capital okay this day. I walked away because I was up and wanted to reserve my mental capital. I am happy I made this decision. However, I did miss an opportunity. Also, no holding trades as long at the moment once they're at 2R, and I'm not totally upset about this because obviously I'm building that mental capital. So I want to kind of point that out, guys. You can see I'm being very intentional here when it comes to building mental capital. I feel like novice traders really get caught in this cycle of not trying to just get better at everything all at once. We can't do that sometimes. We do just have to take it step by step, and that's what I really did this trading week, and I felt the improvements after this week, which was really, really nice. So let's actually dive into some of the setups that we traded, and let's kind of pull them apart a little bit. So the first two are actually going to be on Wednesday. The reason why I want to talk about this one is mostly because of the volume analysis, and I want to point out what I mean by looking at both time frames for you guys so you can really understand that. Trade setup was a reversion. Price was at a 30-minute level, and we have a 5-minute 50% above. Entry was very nice and quick. I did delay very slightly, and that's just due to fear because of the string of losses recently. Exit was decent as well. I am happy with how quickly I processed and got out. The reason for the exit was a 2R spike in volume on the 5-minute. If I'm being very critical, I could have gotten out earlier for a bit more profit, but that was just me being very critical of myself there. Focusing on volume helps me get out when I needed to. So we're about to have a look at that for us, guys, so you can really see what I'm talking about. So if we have a look on the 30-minute, we can see it found support here on the 30-minute level. So that's where I was watching on the chart. Now, as we can go down to the 5-minute, we've drawn up from this pullback to the bottom here that there is a 50% area zone on the 5-minute here. So that's kind of where I was expecting the pullback to go to. If you do follow Al Brooks, you would know leg 1, leg 2, final flag. So that was also, I guess, in the back of my mind when it came to trading this setup. When we drop down to the 2-minute chart, on this last move, we can see volume is dropping. Okay, as we're coming down here, volume is dropping, and then we spike on this candle with the push up. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm interested in this trade. As I saw more volume step in on the tape, that's why I entered here with my stop below the 30-minute level, and I took my profit up here. Now, I want to explain why I took my profit, because it was actually because of volume on the 5-minute chart. So if we have a look on the 5-minute chart, we can see that we've got high 1, high 2 pullback, again, something Al Brooks talks about. But we've got that pullback, and you can see on the pullback the volume spiked, so it's dropping and then it spiked. That was a concern for me, and that's why I jumped out right away. Now if you have a look at this trade, it was all in a 2-minute increment. I entered and exited all in 2 minutes, which I just think it was absolutely insane for me to be able to think that quickly and carry that trade out. So I was really happy with that trade. Now let's look at the second trade on the Wednesday that I want to talk about. It's actually the trade just after that one. So I tried the same setup again, essentially, and I've said here, reversion trade, felt even more confident after the 5-minute failed flag, entered based on volume and tape. Entry was good, exit was due to the tape, and at 5-minute 50% plus past 2R. I wanted a win to build back my mental capital. Could have stayed in longer. The pullback because we were above 21 moving average on a 5-minute. So as you can see on the 5-minute, we pushed through the 21 moving average here and we were well above it, but I still tapped myself out of the trade. I'm not mad at that at all. Right now, I'm just focusing on getting those wins under the belt, build consistency, and then focus on how we can really squeeze as much juice out of the fruit. But for now, let's just get consistently profitable, right? So I was really happy with that trade. I obviously basically same idea as the previous one we just looked at. Another trade that I'm more excited to actually talk about here was the trades on Thursday, because you're probably going to learn a lot more about trading through this trade. So let's go ahead. We'll pop down here and actually go ahead and read the comments first. Trade setup was actually really nice. We had a 5-minute support level with a 2-minute 2-leg move with a final flag set up with volume to confirm. Sellers absorbed and buyers stepped in on the tape. Good entry, could argue it could have been earlier, but after a loss, I can hesitate. I pulled my stop up out of fear of loss again, in capital letters. Fear during the trade to lose profits or take a loss. I need to not trade on my emotions and recognize as well on this setup, it is a pullback. So I need to expect some chop. This is a setup in which I should not add, and I should also not move my stop unless structure confirms on a higher time frame. So something I want to show you guys here is the reversion setup is basically expecting price to come to the 50% point only to go ahead and move down, because I knew that there was a larger time frame 50% down here, right? So I was expecting just a pullback. Now, if I'm expecting just a pullback, I shouldn't be expecting a clean move. A pullback's normally low volume. You're more fading price rather than trading with the trend, you're trading against trends. So it's also a lower probability trade. So realistically, I should not be adding in these trades, and I should be just keeping the stop as is and just taking the small movement as it comes, right? And I didn't do that here. I got fearful and pulled my stop up, and I've got tapped out. I've noticed in the past this also affected my mental capital, because I was taking these trades, pulling my stop up, and then getting tapped out either in a small loss or a small win, only for it to go fully to TP. And that really affected, I guess, my confidence when it came to trades, because I was like, oh, I'm not doing it right, or I just can't trade. And that's something I learned this week, was trading based on my characteristics of my setup itself. So if I'm trading with the movement, so off of a 5 minute, let's say 50% area zone, then I'm trading with the general direction. So I should be more confident and risk more on those trades, or be okay to add or hold for a longer period of time, or move my stop in profit once price begins to move. But if I'm fading a position expecting it to be a pullback, I should be playing it very risk off, not adding on the trade, not moving the stop, and just letting it play out. I won't go through the notes on this one, but I just want to show you again, this was a trade after that trade that we just went through, where we actually traded off the 50% mark, and we've taken that full trade. Now, something you will notice is I did take profits quite early. I could have definitely held to full TP, which was down here, but I didn't, because I wanted to make sure I was taking profit off the table again. That was my priority this trading week. And honestly, it helped. It made us come out on top at $49.80. So I cannot be mad at that at all. I feel as though I've recovered from my losing streak that I was having, so I can only ever be proud of that and get better from here. So something that we're continuously improving on is mental capital, making sure we're reserving it, but also building it as a novice trader to build that confidence up. That is what is most important at the moment. Number 2 is structure, planning to take trades with more structure, keeping the stop where structure allows. So getting better at focusing on structure and how that relates to our trade. Oftentimes I'm taking trades where I'm at resistance and I'm going long or going short at support. I need to take structure more seriously throughout the week. And I think that just ties into taking more A+ setups and really making sure you have confluences when you're trading. The third thing is using volume price analysis on all time frames. So mostly for me, it's the 2 minute and the 5 minute, to really understand where you are, where price is, to really maximize on those winning trades. So take out that 2 hour if you can, rather than letting one run when you shouldn't really let it run, which we're able to capitalize as you saw earlier, and just using that more and getting used to using that more. Because as I said, I haven't really done that in the past. I've only focused on the 2 minute volume. So that should be very interesting carrying on to next week. I wish you guys luck for the next trading week, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.